we probably need to stop.
Yeah.
Let's
Now we're getting
too crazy.
Okay. Here we go. If you could time travel, but you couldn't change anything, would you? Well, no, I'd go back pre 1977 and high five somebody.
Isn't this kind of like what we were talking about?
So if you could time travel, but you couldn't change anything, would you?
Couldn't change anything.
Yeah.
So just like watch.
Just be involved in it, and nothing you do changes anything.
I think that'd be fun to watch some like good historic stuff.
Yeah. So what if once you were there you couldn't come back? Oh, when and where would you like to go if you could change things? Okay, so let's say, when and where would you like to time travel to? And you have to go backwards, I'm assuming.
Yeah, because we don't know what's going to go.
Yeah, so you have to go backwards. So where would you go? That's tough. I don't know if I can pick.
Got to go back to Rome. That was literally like the second thing I thought of. Like, what? I mean, Rome would have been some interesting psychology, interesting cultural.
I can't.
Maybe some biblical times.
Well, so if you're gonna be there though, like that's where you're living for the rest of your life.
Oh,
so you got to think.
I can't go back.
I'm not going back further than indoor plumbing.
So what was indoor plumbing?
That's a good question.
Hold up. Didn't Rome create systems?
Well, I'm talking like I need a faucet and like a flushable toilet. Yeah.
1900s, right? Because that's when the industrial. No, because they were throwing out poop on the streets.
Like when was like
early 1900s? When did plumbing start? Because I agree. I think plumbing is okay. Plumbing is one of the best inventions ever.
Indoor plumbing took many decades, but its invention as we know it can do early 1800s. No way, they didn't have faucets back then.
No. Yes.
Yeah. Here we go.
Because you had windmills. Windmill count as a.
What is this? Give me answers. Okay, you're not. None of these people are helping. 1966 is not the right answer. I mean, it's got to be late 1800s, early 1900s, right?
Plumbing is an ancient practice, dates back to around 4,000.
But that's not what I'm like.
You're talking about like modern.
I want to be able to
poop.
And flush. Full circle.
See, it always goes back to Calvin. Oh,
why does it all go back to that?
I'm just joking. Also goes back.
I want to be able to turn the handle on a faucet and get running water, and I want to be able to flush the toilet.
When did modern?
And I need electricity too. Maybe not. Maybe I don't want electricity. Well, maybe
19th century. So let's
like
just
late
say
1800s.
Yeah,
so like
late 1800s,
probably like
early
like Civil War, like post Civil War.
I don't think they had plumbing. They had electricity, right?
Late 1800s, probably. That's a Thomas Edison thing, right? Or electricity is a Ben Franklin thing, right? The kite and the key.
Yeah.
I need to I read a lot. You think I would know this? I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Thomas Edison's light bulb.
Yeah,
Thomas Edison light bulb? Okay, well that's fair. I mean, I'm not.
I think so.
Maybe I do want to. I don't want to go back to a time where I can catch something that's going to make me shit myself today. I don't want to get dysentery on the Oregon Trail.
Yeah. So 19th century. That's where we're going. We're going maybe 1920s. We might.
That's the 20th century is what
we'll go. Roaring 20s. Let's go Great Gatsby area.
You're gonna go 20s? You're gonna go pre-depression.
Come on.
You're gonna go pre-depression.
I would really like to. I don't know if I'd love to live in Germany, but I'd love to be in Europe. Don't give me those.
Well, okay. Hold on. Your timeline is getting a little weird. You want to go to 1920s and live in Germany? Okay. The timelines are getting a little.
There's so much history going on there. Not the 20s for
Just
there over
say
there.
like
I'm saying 20s for America.
I don't know.
If I was going to the
Yeah,
20s,
so if you probably don't want to go to Europe in the 20s,
like 20s and up.
that's immediately post World War One, where Europe's just in absolute shambles.
I do not want to go after World War II. After World War One.
World War Two might.
World War One kind of did some damage too.
Well, World War One.
I'm not going to Europe.
World War One did a lot of. World War One and World War Two were pretty devastating, but like there's like a lot of hyperinflation post World War One.
Let's just stick to America.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably. But then, okay, so if you think about it, if you go back to like let's say 1920, right? Like, boom, we're gonna catch the 20s in stride, right? Like, we're gonna catch it, and we're gonna follow that. Well, if you live past 1929, you're just boom, smack dab in the middle of the Depression.
Yeah,
and then you just that sucks.
What would be?
But then if you go back to like 1940s right now, like okay, so now do you think it's like he didn't? Okay, Lawson does a good job. These are good questions. I don't know if he provides enough detail. Okay, because I got to know like if we go back to like 1940,
we're stuck there.
So if we go back to the 1940s and we're stuck there, do we have like
couldn't come back?
But think about it. So it's like, are we us? Like so, like okay, so like we're us, right? So we would have like the knowledge.
Are we 25?
So we're 20.
Born.
So we're 20. I'm assuming we're 25. So we're traveling back. So I'm assuming we're us, right? We have all of the knowledge that we have now.
Yeah.
And then we're taking it back then. But do we fit in society back then? Like, do we have like?
Or are we just weird?
Not like. I'm trying to. I don't know how to word it. Like, are we like?
Oh,
so
can we interact? Is what we're kind of saying?
I get what I'm saying. Like, do we when we go back in time? Like, are we time travelers? Or are we like
instantly put into the culture?
Like, are we like in the like? Do I have like a social security number of somebody that was born in?
Well, if you
so if we're 25, let's say we're going to 1940. So we would have born in 19.
If you couldn't come back, I would say if you couldn't come back, you are submitted. You have your social security number.
So
when did social security number start? Sorry. Let's stay on this tangent.
Okay, so we're gonna say that everything that we're saying is accurate to 1940,
and you can't come back.
So we go back if we go back and we're stuck,
and you have the knowledge.
Let's say we're going back to 1940, right? So are we going back as somebody once we're there and we're 25 in the year 1940? Are we people that were born in 1915 and like have social security numbers of people born in 1915? Do we do we have identities back then, or are we like us and we don't have, nobody knows who we are? Like we got to kind of fake stuff. We got to get fake IDs and things. Like do we have to do that?
Sneak around a little bit. I think I think what he's thinking, if you can't come back, when and where you would go, if you could change things, would you? I think for what his sake is, I think exactly what you're saying. We are born in 1915.
Yeah.
We are 25.
So we're like assuming, maybe we're like assuming like the identity.
But we also know
like we're still us.
That we're still here right now.
Okay. Well, so then, but do you pick?
But we know the future.
So when the hell do you pick, man?
Because you know what bad things are going to happen.
But you can't change any of it.
You can't change any of it.
So, but if you think about it, so we're kind of limiting ourselves with the indoor plumbing stuff because that's going to put us late 1800s, early 1900s at least. So then, but then if we're born in like 1900, okay, then we gotta fight in World War One. You can't avoid that.
Then you have to fight in World War II as well.
But then if we're born in like 1915 to 1925, we gotta fight in World War II.
Yeah.
Or
then Vietnam.
And then then if you're born in the 40s, so we go back to like the 60s, we might have to go to Korea, we might have to go to Vietnam, we might just get absolutely fucked.
So what is the peacetime? Is there? And there's never a peacetime.
Like mid 70s. Well, after the draft, that's kind of what you'd want. So maybe we go back to the 70s. Then there's a lot of like political strife.
There's always going to be political strife.
That's true.
Now,
but the 70s is so close where it's like, then you get into like a Back to the Future situation where it's like you're the same age as your parents and it's weird. I think you got to bite the bullet and say like 40s or 50s.
I would like to be around some like pretty stand-up men, because you're like my grandparents are pretty like in that generation with they lived through World War II.
Yeah.
They're pretty solid
And
people.
you got to think about it too. It's like no cell phones.
Yeah.
You're doing pay
Yeah.
phones. Like it's very like you can kind of get away from it all a little
Yeah.
bit, but then you still have the amenities
Yeah.
of like the 20. You got cars, you got TV,
Mhm.
you got plumbing and electricity and things. So it's like you still have amenities, but it's
Yeah.
not like you're not as technologically inundated
The
as we
only
are now.
downside would be you might die in a war that you don't want to be a part of.
I think that's any time pre like 1970. 1975 probably. When did the draft stop? Probably 1975.
Well, even then, if you were in America and you came in the 1800s before the Civil War,
I mean, you're looking at
you're looking at friggin' Indians, you're looking at conquistadors, you're looking at like people just wanted to kill you,
well then I mean
just
like
to kill you, miners,
all the wars that we were in the 19th century, so the
even
1800s
the
were like
Mexican War.
Mexican American War, the Mexican American War, the Spanish American War in the late 1800s,
And then British.
the Civil War. So then we had and then the War of 1812,
Yeah.
and there was like all kinds of stuff going on, man.
You know, it's fun to read about war, but I don't want to ever be in war.
I don't. So yeah, I mean that would suck, but I think you got to go 1900s because I'm not gonna do. I mean, in 1800s you could literally
Yeah.
you could just die.
Yeah. Because I would
You
like to get away from some social media.
yeah, but I want to have a car. I
Yeah,
want to get
so you can
around.
go places.
I want to get around.
That's got to be the golden age. In the golden like not the golden. I think you know what? I think now is getting to like pretty.
That was pretty cool.
Now is pretty good. I mean, yeah, you have
I
some
mean,
conflicts, but we're not.
we're alive right now.
We're out.
Now's pretty good.
We're out of. Yeah.
Actually, I would time travel back to 2016 or like 2015 because late high school was pretty cool. That's when I'd go back.
That's pretty.
I'll go back to 2015. That's a pretty easy answer. I don't know. I mean, I think
Okay, I'd go back. Okay,
I'd have to say
40s.
40s or 50s
I'd go back 40s.
because then you have a car, you got TV.
Yeah.
Um,
Because America was booming after World War II.
yeah, you got a lot of good stuff going on.
Yeah.
A lot of good stuff
Yeah,
going
I'm
on.
doing that.
I'll do that.
Just really some good people came out of that time.
Yeah, a lot of racism and stuff. But I mean,
Let's just leave that
we
aside.
wouldn't be racist.
No,
so
we
would
wouldn't.
be fine.
We wouldn't be racist. But if we were living it, oh no.
That was a hard but. Why would you say but?
If we were living, I guess if we had the minds that we were living in today, we wouldn't be racist. But if we're living, so here's a kind of a deep question: if you were living in that time, do you think you'd conform to? So we're white. So do you think we'd conform to that culture? You know, not conform, but like, do you think we'd be?
Like if we were legitimately born back then, yeah, because it just depends who you're around. I guess.
Yeah, what family?
It's kind of the same thing now.
I would. It just seems like so much hate. Like if you're born in a family like that, you know,
a lot of it. That'd be tough. But I think okay, so we just
let's just say we're not born in a family that's mean.
We'll take all the good stuff from
the 40s and 50s.
Yeah.
But okay. Lawson segment?
Oh yeah, Lawson segment. That wasn't a bad one.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
There's a little bit more. I don't even know if he's gonna watch this, but a little bit more details.
Honestly, I don't think he watched the last one.
So. A little bit more detail. Okay, so here we go.
No, he watched the last one.
We're not gonna say this guy's last name.
We're on.
We'll say Adam segment. For part one of Adam segment. This is somebody that I work with.
What's the new chime for Adam? You do the chime for Adam.
I was just gonna go like do. Is that it? Did you?
It's about the same
philosophy. Yeah, I don't know.
All right,
I'm not a jingle guy.
Here you go.
Okay, so let's see. Who do you got in the Super Bowl?
So this is gonna come after the Super Bowl.
Is it?
Yeah, because it's gonna be posted next week because I still have.
Oh, the Super Bowl is this Sunday.
Yeah.
So do we still have a episode to post this week?
Yeah, I just haven't edited it yet.
Okay,
but I will.
Who do you got in the Super Bowl? Who do you got in the Super Bowl? Probably the Chiefs, right? You're a Chiefs fan.
I think we're gonna have to do Chiefs. I thought they were gonna lose against Baltimore. But
and I wanted. Is it raining?
Oh fuck! It's raining.
That sucks.
Sarah said it was gonna rain. I didn't believe her, but it's raining.
Well, now the golf course has been absolutely soaked.
Really?
Yeah, so it's like been barely usable. So now it's just gonna make it 10 times worse.
Yeah.
It's made practice really hard.
I'm going Chiefs.
I'm going Chiefs. I mean, I really wanted the Lions to get into the Super Bowl because when I was growing up, they were like terrible. Like they
Yeah.
went 0-16 one year, and I feel like that'd be like a sweet
Yeah.
turnaround. I'll go Chiefs. That's a good question. Favorite Pokemon starter?
I've never been into Pokemon.
Charmander
Yeah.
is the correct answer because like so original like Pokemon Red starters you got Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle. A lot of people go. I mean, Charmander is the obvious answer. So you go Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard, and then you're there.
Mhm.
So that's I mean, I'll answer that for both of us.
Thank you.
Charmander.
Okay.
Do you return the shopping cart or do you leave it in the lot?
So
Do you put it in like the bank
I
thing up
usually
there?
just put it in the bank thing. So
Yeah.
here's a question. So the workers have to go out and get it, right?
Yeah.
Is do you be nice to the worker that is getting paid to do that and bring it all the way back in? So the worker
Into the
that's getting
store?
paid, yeah.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
I'm putting it
I'm not
in.
gonna do
I'm
that.
putting it in the cart thing
I'm putting it
out
in-
there.
I'm
I'm not
putting
going
it
to
in
just
the
leave it in the lot. Basically, this question is like, are you normal or are you a dick? If you just leave your shopping
So if
cart,
we-
just in, he's just talking about, do you just leave it in the parking spot next to you, or do you put it in the cart thing?
Whoever just leaves it in a parking spot,
You suck.
you are the worst person ever.
You suck.
Whoever, if Adam does this, I'm not talking to you ever again.
I don't think he does this.
I'm sure you'd put it in the little
He
parking
puts
spot.
it in.
Because if
Adam's a
you
good
don't
dude.
do that, a little wind picks up, it's hitting the car,
Yeah.
or it's just gone.
It's just, or then like when you like, it's like car, and you think you got an empty spot, and then you turn and there's a shopping cart right there. It's like that's a nightmare. What's your favorite type of cheese?
Sharp white cheddar, like aged white, like a really sharp white cheddar.
I hate sharp cheddar.
Really?
Oh,
what kind of cheese are you going for then?
so if I'm going for like a cheese that I'm just gonna like eat, maybe like a Gouda,
Ooh, Gouda's good.
like the little baby bells.
Gouda's good.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Like Gouda's a good just like eating it cheese.
Dairy department guy.
Yeah, well, big cheese guy.
Big cheese guy. Big cheese.
And you go with a sharp white cheddar.
Like I'll like cut off a block and I'll just like eat it.
Well,
Okay.
Even
if
before
it's like
that, maybe-
sandwiches and stuff, pepper jack. If it's like
pepper
sandwiches
jack.
and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
pepper
yeah.
jack.
I like a pepper jack.
Pepper
I
jack.
really like a good.
Mexican cheese is good.
I really like a good mozzarella.
It really, yeah, dude.
Like a good mozzarella cheese stick.
Yeah. All mozzarella cheese sticks are part skim. Rarely you'll see a whole milk cheese stick, but if you find a whole milk mozzarella, so good.
What about like a ricotta? Kind of like a little, yeah, like
for lasagna.
Yeah,
I'd only eat it in lasagna.
Cottage cheese.
I do cottage cheese in like a salad. I won't eat it plain.
I've never eaten cottage cheese, but it just disgusts me to look at it.
It's really good, and like I really have like
what does it taste like?
A good gut afterwards.
What does it taste like? It seems like it would taste like sour.
A dip.
It seems like it would taste like sour cream.
No.
What does it taste like?
Dip. It's just like, how would I describe?
Is it
like
really
an unflavored yogurt, thick yogurt, unflavored, plain, doesn't like no sweetness. Yogurt. That's how I would describe it. A thick kind of paste.
I don't think I'm
no flavor.
gonna do that.
I can't eat it alone, but I would. Sometimes we'll do a salad. So I'll do. So shredded cheese. I got bacon bits, sunflower seeds. I got crispy chicken, and then I got a whole bunch of cottage cheese.
Courtney loves cottage cheese
on top of.
Courtney loves cottage cheese on a salad.
Yeah. It's good. I mean, I feel great the day after.
Yeah,
after eating.
It's like a good probiotic.
Yeah, and like it's dairy. It's something natural.
I'm trying to think about other cheeses that I like.
I like string cheese. Like cream cheese, dude. Give me that cream cheese on top of a bagel.
I do like cream cheese. I'm new to cream cheese. I
Really?
like cream cheese on a bagel. I
Mm.
like a lot of cream cheese on a bagel.
Yeah. Lately I've been doing so. Sarah's been making bagels
Yeah,
here, and it's been really good. I've been doing a lot of cream cheese and like some jelly.
yeah. Oh,
So
interesting.
good, so good.
Um, okay. Window seat or aisle seat on a plane? There is a correct answer to me. Window seat or aisle seat.
So since I have a family now, I'm going aisle seat.
So
Like, gotta go
I
aisle
always
seat.
used to be like, I want to sit in the window. I want to look out the window.
Fuck the window
No,
seat.
fuck that shit. I want to be in the aisle so I can get out and go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Like that's and I can get off the plane faster.
And
Because if I'm
also,
tucked in by the window,
yep,
I'm at the mercy
takes
of
a while
the fucking idiot sitting next to me.
because if you're in the aisle, because like we've done multiple plane trips, like I'll get out in the aisle, kind of like make sure she gets out,
Mhm.
get our bags real quick,
So
then she gets out.
I was flying a lot there for a little bit because my mom moved out to North Carolina, and so I got really good at flying. So I'm like, I do a backpack carry on. That's all I got. I don't do overhead,
Yeah,
none of that shit. I got it right there in front of me
yep.
under the seat. I sit in the aisle, and then people always hate it when you like pop up right when they turn the seatbelt sign off when we're landed. I
Yeah,
pop right up,
yeah.
and then I get to the front. Like so,
Oh,
like
you just fucking gun it.
well, so I was kind of closer. I was kind of closer to the front, and you know, like I
Yeah,
fly like a
yeah,
little
yeah,
closer to the
yeah,
front. Um, like if I get seats, I'm a little closer. So I pop up, I'm first in line,
yeah,
and then I get out of there and I book it. I don't want to get caught in all that shit.
yeah.
So I'm getting in the front of the line. Now, what really bothers me about airports is when you have assigned seating on a plane. You have like, and then everybody just like, oh, now boarding, and it's like, oh, it's like
Oh, yeah.
section one,
Everyone.
but like section 19 or whatever is in the front of the line to get on the plane. It's like,
Yeah,
dude, take a seat, man. Chill
yeah,
out. Like,
yeah,
why are all these people getting in line
yeah,
whenever they're not in boarding group one?
yeah,
They're boarding group seven. So you're the last to get on the plane.
yeah.
Like, let the people in the groups like one, two, and three go get up in line. Like, I don't,
That's the thing,
that
man.
bugs the absolute shit out of me.
Yeah, we were on Southwest one time.
They
One of
do
the
free for all,
attendants,
right?
yeah, one of the attendants, they'll do by like section or like kids, family, older,
Do
whatever.
you get so you get assigned seats on Southwest?
No, 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 no. It's not assigned seating, but I think it's like kind of I can't remember. I think it's like you pay a little bit extra for like first dibs. I think that's what it is.
Okay.
But the lady's like, you get in line. If you are not in line in your section, you have to go to the back.
Yeah.
Um, but she got pretty mad about that because like yeah, that's a kind of a pet peeve. As soon as like they say something, everyone gets up.
Yeah, it's so goofy, dude. Because
Um,
it takes like 30, 45 minutes to board a plane.
and we're never flying on a Southwest ever again
I do American.
because I
Always do
hate it
American.
because we had to sit apart from each other on one
Oof.
flight, and she was pregnant. I
Yeah.
fucking hated that.
Yeah.
Luckily, one flight they were nice enough to kind of
Yeah.
switch seats around, but I did not like not being with my pregnant
Yeah.
wife.
We always do American. Okay.
Yeah, we like American.
Normal things as a kid that wasn't normal. Like so something you thought that you thought was normal as a kid that wasn't normal. I can't even think of anything. I should have read these
I
beforehand.
should have read these beforehand too. I just read the first two.
I don't. You don't pass on that one because I can't think of
Yeah, I'm gonna
anything.
pass on that
Let's
one.
pass on that. Unwritten rule in life. Oh shit. Oh.
Adam, if you answer some of these questions on the comments,
Yeah, we want your answers.
yeah, unwritten rule in life. I'm not really. I'd have to think about that one.
Unwritten rule in life.
And how long do you want to do this pod?
Are you? Do you want to be done?
Um, here pretty soon.
I gotta. Do you want to hit a couple things after this and then
Yeah,
call it good?
yeah, yeah,
Okay, because we do need to do Dune.
yeah,
Gotta talk about Dune every episode.
yeah,
And then I got a couple other questions I want to ask you that I think
yeah.
will be good for this pod. Um, damn, unwritten rule in life.
I'm gonna have to pass on that one. We'll talk. We'll think about that one later. I don't know unless you could think of one.
No, I have to think about that one. That's kind of a good one because we do kind of there are kind of like societal rules
Mm-hmm.
that nobody really kind of like. It's not like a law,
Yeah.
but it's like people follow them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd have to think about that one.
Person you want to have dinner. You want to have dinner with,
Probably like a famous or something.
like dead or alive. I guess we could say dead or alive. Who would you dead or alive want to have dinner with?
I want to have dinner with my mom's parents and brother. Never got to meet him.
That's a good one.
So
That's a real sentimental one. I was gonna say
yeah,
like Leonardo DiCaprio.
yeah. I've thought about like some of those famous ones, but it's just like I don't know if I'd get anything. I don't know if I'd get anything out of like not to like put put you down on Leonardo DiCaprio, but like what would I get out of that? That I want to date younger women that are 18-year-olds or what? Like I don't know. No, Leonardo DiCaprio, I love you. I love your act. He's not gonna watch this.
He's not. He's never gonna see this. I don't
Unless,
know. We might get famous one day, and he might go through the backlog.
and he just sees this.
And he's
like,
just gonna watch it. He's like, oh, fuck these guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for the questions.
Yeah.
Sorry, we kind of skimmed through that a little bit.
Sorry, buddy.
It's a little late, but I do have
Appreciate
what I would kind of classify as some bangers.
Yeah, let's get it. Let's get these.
I have some that I think. Okay, let's just. So where are we kind of at in the housekeeping? Because housekeeping, we typically try to hit. Okay, so you want to do Dune?
We had Dune and a hot take is what we haven't got to.
What about comments? Have we? Were there comments?
We have not gone through comments.
Do you want to do comments right now?
We can run through them.
Let's do comments real quick, and then we can
pull up TikTok, and then we'll.
Are there some good ones?
Yeah, there's a couple ones that are kind of just fun. We can really mention real quick. Nothing like crazy.
Nobody attacking me for.
No one's attacking.
Not
us,
like
there's some fun ones.
We've only had like one negative comment. Well, actually, that one guy pissed me off about Canes, but then he said don't go to Canes. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking go to Canes. I want to go to Canes. Coach Big League.
Yeah.
And then
we'll find you.
And then and then two people have told us.
Yeah, we'll get. So yeah.
They've said.
Let's have quotation marks.
Let's make a podcast.
Let's make a podcast. So, start after the second one. I think it's a diss. It's a diss.
It's a diss because I think they're kind of saying like, because you know how people like guys will just be like, oh, we should make it. Oh, bro, we should start a podcast because they think they're making like good points.
Yeah.
And then because the one guy said, these guys said, let's make a podcast, and they actually did it. And then somebody else said, let's make a podcast in quotes. So I think it is a diss. I think they're saying that we were just like, oh, bro, let's make a podcast. And then we actually made a podcast.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
It's definitely a diss. Oh, you're just ripping that. Was it TikTok?
Yeah, I'm looking at TikTok.
Then was there another one? There's actually been some.
I'm trying to pull. I'm trying to say this guy's name.
There's actually been some good comments on things, like actual like constructive comments.
Okay, JJ, let's make a podcast. You know what? Maybe you just want to make a podcast, and like he's just been so scared that he's just trying to call us out on it. But yeah, no. Okay, so there's been good ones. Let's just move on to this. So on this one.
So we posted a short that said
on YouTube.
Would you want to see in the past or the future? This person said, bro, you look into the future and go straight to the lotto ticket.
Yeah, obviously.
I mean, I get it. Then this person said, this is a good one. You probably this one.
Yeah.
I would watch The Last Stand from King Leonidas at the Battle of Thermopylae. Thermopylae? Yeah.
I don't know.
Or watch the pyramids in Egypt look like at its peak. Yeah, definitely passed. That's fair.
I would watch how they made the pyramids.
Yeah, but like we said, no indoor plumbing.
Yeah.
Also, you can catch something that makes you shit yourself to death. Yeah. I don't want to. There's past on that. Yeah. Now this one said, I don't know. This one we were talking about. Oh, this is when we were talking about the animal combinations.
But this one's from Mexico.
Hello, guys. Greetings from Mexico.
Hell yeah.
I love this question. What about a wolf and a whale? You know, with the head of a wolf, legs and tail of a wolf, but the body, size, and fins of a whale.
Just prowling through. There's
just a whale. They just kind of. I think they just want whale wolves.
Whale wolves. Whoa. He missed that one.
I think. Yeah, drop the ball there, dude. I think he just wants a whale-sized wolf. He wants a whale-sized wolf with fins. That's what he wants. That's basically what that was.
Yeah. And Eggos.
Eggos are
apparently
Eggos are garbage waffles.
Apparently people don't like Eggos.
Is it rude of me to say that this guy can go fuck them? Go fuck him.
I don't know. I just thought I was like kind of like a lone person over here, not liking the Eggos anymore.
Yeah,
but a lot more. Even on TikTok, a guy said,
and then a lot of these are just Calvin. I'd pay money to see Parker tap dance across a windy seas. Did you put that video in there of the sand on the beach? Yeah. And I was talking about how like you got to walk like I was walking like the. Calvin said, "I'd pay money to see Parker tap dance across a windy beach." I can't believe I hadn't read that yet. That is fucking hilarious. And then some of these are my mom, just like telling us to stop talking about shit.
Sorry.
Yeah, and
something that happens in everyday stew life.
Root beer J.
Oh, I've done this one. So, 2 Eggos, or I guess just 2 waffles, peanut butter, and grape jelly. I literally, after this comment, and we had
what was that on?
That was the Eggo thing. Another diss on the Eggo. This is on TikTok.
Oh, okay. I haven't checked TikTok.
But he said try doing peanut butter jelly waffle.
Do I need to like look at the TikTok comments? I don't really check them out because I'm not logged in.
I'll look at them. I mean, I have them pulled up.
Are they any good? Is that the only good one?
Sometimes there's some good ones. Then another guy just straight up just said, "Let's make a podcast," and then the grape jelly one.
I'm waiting.
He said it slaps.
I'm waiting for like when the comments get to the point where like these guys fucking suck.
Yeah.
Like when are they gonna get like that?
I always purposely for every comment, or when I go to the comment, like when editing or whatever, I don't hold any comments. So I want all the smoke. I want to see. I want to see
what people are saying because I don't look at comments except for when we're doing this. Like none of it bothers me.
I mean, I have to look at it all the time.
Does it bother you? Like if somebody said like
I've gotten to the point where like my ego is like not really there anymore. So
say yourself.
I really don't care. Like if
are you saying like your self-esteem's at like rock bottom?
No, like I have confidence in myself, but if someone wants to like talk smack on me, it's like,
well, what if they said like
it is what it is.
Justin talks funny.
And then
or like
do stutter.
His
whatever.
Bigfoot sweatshirt's stupid.
Yeah.
What if they said that?
I mean, yeah, it's stupid. I like it. So like I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
But I'm like I don't know how I would be able to handle that. I think that'd be fine.
If we get popular, people are gonna be saying some stuff like that, and I think we have to be like, I don't care. I enjoy doing what I'm doing, and you can go.
I'm really excited for the first like, fuck these guys comment.
Yeah, I'm excited too.
We should make this like a short and a TikTok and put it out there, and I guarantee you somebody comments, fuck these guys.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
Let's just get all the beef on this short right here or TikTok, whatever. Just give it all to us.
That's hilarious.
We don't want anything off. So a griffin, but with a tiger head instead of eagle's head. So what is a griffin?
Griffin's an eagle head and like a lion body with wings, right?
But with so with the tiger head instead of eagle's wings.
So I think the person's basically just being like, oh, so you just made a griffin with a tiger head instead of an eagle head.
Yeah.
Well, okay, maybe I did. Okay, but I got there independently. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I did not think of it. I did not think of a griffin when I was thinking of that. Yeah. I got there independently. So there we go.
I enjoyed it. Anyways, I think that's it. I think we're all caught up.
Okay, so let's do. Do you want to hit you with the Dune question?
Yeah, let's go.
I got a handful.
Let's just do one.
What? Yeah. So I gotta figure out. Time. Okay, maybe we could keep it kind of light. Have you seen the Dune Part 2 popcorn bucket?
No.
Please type in Dune Part 2 popcorn bucket, and then the cast of Dune Part 2 reacted to the popcorn bucket. And they're all just like, what the fuck is that? Because it's like
popcorn bucket.
Yeah, like you can get a Dune Part 2 special edition popcorn bucket.
Whoa!
And so like the meme on the internet is like,
no.
I'll take the Dune Part 2 popcorn bucket, but with just butter.
Okay.
Yeah, and so then like
Oh
the cast
no!
of Dune Part Two, like
Who made this?
I don't know, it's just like a promo bucket, and so like
Oh,
yeah, so
who made
the
this?
cast of Dune reacted to that, and so that's a video that you need to watch because they're like because Josh Brolin was like I'm not sticking my hand to that. Like that's pretty hilarious. You want to now we'll insert
Oh,
it.
it's supposed to be a
It's supposed to be a
sandworm.
sandworm. So like now
Oh,
we'll insert a picture right here, and he's gonna make the picture fit the line of my hand. So it's gonna be really cool.
yeah.
Yeah. But in that wild, and then
No.
Dave Batista was like, I there because they asked him like, do you think they?
$74 on eBay. No.
Yeah, they're like, do you think they meant to do that? Like, do you think they knew that? And Dave Batista was like, they knew what they were doing. Like they did that to
Yeah.
get some hype stirred up about
Yeah.
the popcorn bucket. Like, there's no way you couldn't know that going in.
Dude.
Isn't that
I think
nuts?
I think for everything that if you invent anything, you have to have like a dirty mind committee. Like, oh, like you probably shouldn't sell this. But they could have been smart, like you said. They were just trying to make
Yeah,
a
that's I mean
counter.
because it stirred up a lot. Like I mean, people are selling them online for $75. Like there's a lot with that. But that's gotten some nice hype.
I enjoyed
Okay,
it.
I have a couple goodies
It's good.
that I want to get your opinion on real quick, and then we can be done. So we talked about that a little bit. Sorry, I'm kind of man, I got some good shit, man. Oh fuck, dude.
Let's
If it wasn't late, dude, but I do want to
yeah,
do.
I'm sorry. I'm kind of slowing down on my
No,
mind right
you're
now.
good. You're good. You're good. I do want to do at least one of these. I kind of have it's like a series of questions, but we can probably just do one.
Let's do one that's kind of like separate, apart.
So my big one, let's say, um, okay. So I ran into a situation the other day where I had to go through. I was at work. I was going to lunch at the cafeteria, and you know the cafeteria building where it's like there's two sets of doors.
Yeah.
So okay, so let's say you have to go through. So okay, so I think I was going downstairs. So I went through those first two sets of doors, and then I had to take a right, and then I had to open that door and go through that door. Then I had to go down the stairs and I had to open another door. So I had to go through four doors in the span of like
Okay.
120
Oh
seconds.
no, I think I know where you're going with this.
So how do you handle a situation where, let's say, that first door? So you have two back-to-back doors real quick, like this, like back-to-back
Yeah.
door, like back-to-back doors real quick. I go through that first door. I open it for a guy. I hold it open. The guy walks through. He goes to the
You're
next
holding
door.
it for a guy. You're holding it for a guy.
Yeah, he was like right behind me. So I'm like, okay, I open it up. He walks
Yeah.
through, right?
Yeah.
It could be anybody,
Yeah.
guy, girl, doesn't matter, right? So
Yeah.
I hold the door for him. He goes ahead of me. He then immediately goes. He says thank you. I say, hey, no problem. Don't worry about it. He goes and immediately opens that next door, holds it open for me. I go, thank you.
You
Okay.
go to the same place.
Then I go over to the next door to go down the stairs. He's right behind me. I open the door for him and hold it for him. So once you get to that situation, we have both thanked each other. Does he have to thank me again, or do we just act like this isn't happening?
I think you kind of have to act like it's not happening.
Right. So like, how do you tackle that? So and then he held the door open at the bottom of the stairs for me.
Okay, keep it going.
So then we were done. But it's like it was we each opened two doors for each other in the span of 120 seconds. So how do you handle that?
A lot of politeness.
Is it just thank you? Oh, thank you. Thank you again.
Do you say my eyes? I think I would be like, thank you. Yeah.
So I'm just like, how do you do I have to say thank you? Do we each have to say thank you twice in less than 2 minutes, or do you say
that's the unwritten rules?
Do you say
unwritten rules?
Do you say the one thank you and then you're good for the next door that he opens?
I think I'd go, thank you. Next one, appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Yeah, like something a little more casual.
Yeah.
Like I think I said thank you every time, but I feel like after the first one, you're kind of just good, right? That's a blanket thank you, right? And then I can just walk. Then I can just walk through the door. But then what if you say thank you both times, and then he doesn't say thank you the last time?
Or if he didn't hold the door for you at the last one, he just kind of went through.
Well, that's just he's a prick. But like,
see,
well, if he didn't hold the door for me, Because I've held 2 doors to his 1 door.
Yeah, see, if at that point, I think that's where you kind of have to slap
We're in
hands in his face. You're already in it now.
We're in it. We're in the
first 2. You're already in it.
We're in the doors holding situation.
Yeah,
we're in it. There's no getting out of it at this point.
Because if you go, yeah,
we were trapped in it for a while, and so I just didn't like. After that first, is my first thank you? Is that a blanket thank you? Like, do I have to say thank you again for the next door that he holds open for me?
I think I'd say thank you again.
Really?
Since we're already here, I would say thank you again. Just because, like, even if you do hold the doors, and you already so the first 2 both had the doors, both said thank you, and you're already going through 2 more doors. Which whoever made this building, I don't know if they did it very well. But I think at that point you have to do the same thing over again. If you don't do it on the second one, then you kind of have to feed off of each other. You have to do the same thing off of each other. If you don't,
I think my first thank you, I'm done with thank yous. It's a blanket thank you. Thank you for opening doors for me. Now,
I would definitely die down.
So if it was later in the day, like an hour later, okay, you get a new thank you. But my one thank you covers the next like 5 minutes of door openings. I think.
I see where you're coming from.
I think, right?
I would say thank you for the first one. I would definitely say a little bit less of like appreciate it, or I don't know what else.
Just like appreciation,
yeah,
like just something, just a little
head nod.
Because then I didn't know him, so I'm not gonna have a conversation with him. We're walking to the exact same place, but then you run into another social dilemma like this, right? Sorry, we're gonna go. I want to go right into another one. Sorry.
Let's go. Which is kind of awkward. That's kind of awkward.
It's awkward. Now,
have you ever? Okay,
go ahead. No, go ahead. Ask.
Have you ever was walking with someone having a conversation? You say, "Okay, we'll see you later."
That's exactly what I was about to ask you. That was exactly what I was about to ask you. Yes. So, how do you handle that situation whenever you're like, "All right, see ya. Yeah, talk to you later," and then you just both start walking the exact same direction? How do you handle that?
Happen multiple times.
Oh, it happens all the time.
I just like you're like, oh shoot.
Like
keep going. Or just be. I think one time it was just dead silent.
Yeah.
Like, whoops.
So like
it's like I kind of slow my pace.
I guess like if it was if you and I did that, like it'd be different because we're like good friends. But like if it's somebody that you like don't know that well, or like
really awkward.
Or like somebody like you only like you have like you're an acquaintance with.
Yeah, you just know them by name.
Yeah, like or somebody you work with you're not necessarily friends with. But so that happened to me, and if it's somebody I know, I'm gonna be like, oh, this is awkward. I guess like I'll acknowledge it.
Yeah,
but like if it's somebody I don't know, I might just like start walking faster. just speed up real quick to get ahead of them. Because I don't want to walk shoulder to shoulder with them after. Because after you do the big grand goodbye, like good to see you, enjoy it, shake the hand, and then you just both start walking. I just you kind of just go and just head down and start moving. Or maybe I slow down and I'm like I take a fake phone call. I do like a like a. You've never done a fake phone call?
No, I've never done a fake.
Oh, I'll do it all the time.
No.
So
you do it all the time?
If I don't So if I won't talk into the phone.
I'll look at my phone.
I'll do a phone look, but like if there's somebody that I'm walking by that I really don't want to talk to, or like if I'm in a situation, I'll just kind of do like a this so that they don't talk to me. I'll just do this. And then I'll kind of like
walk off.
You've never done that?
No.
Really?
I've looked at my phone to kind of like, because the conversation's over, right? I'll look at my phone to kind of feel better that I'm looking at my phone and.
Well, okay, so what if you like.
Never, unless it's very awkward. I guess
so, okay, but what if you like, so like you're walking that way, right? And then right over there's somebody that you know that you don't want to talk to. And then but I gotta walk right past them. I gotta
bite the bullet.
I gotta walk right past them. I just do a little.
No.
Yeah. 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 Is that bad? That's not bad.
I'm biting the bullet.
You're talking
I'm biting the bullet and saying, hey.
No, I'm just gonna do a fake phone. I'm just gonna do it. No phone call.
I feel like that's an unwritten rule, but I think that's rude.
You do?
I feel like that's rude.
But what if they never know?
To just ignore them. If they never know.
I'm not ignoring them. I'm on the phone.
But you're not.
Yeah, to them, I am though. I'm on the phone. I'm
So
busy.
it just makes the excuse that maybe that makes you just smart. You're just a smart man.
Maybe
really
I broke the code. But I did have another. Sorry, I was going to run through all these. I got one more.
Okay.
I had another awkward. To me, was an awkward social interaction. So it's basically like the walking thing, where you end up walking the same direction, but you're driving the same direction. Okay, and so like, and you get like here. Do you drive right? Do you drive right next to them and just look forward?
Or like, you get to a stop sign.
Yeah, do you like you stop at a stoplight right next to them? Are you just like are you locked in, or do you do like a oh hey like, or do you just like?
No, it depends if it's you.
Yeah,
I might like be making sure if he stares that I might do something weird. I don't know.
Yeah, like joking around, like oh like, hey, this is awkward. Yeah. But like if it's somebody that like because I did it with like it was like the athletic director.
I'm staring straight ahead.
So yeah.
I'm not if it's someone I don't want to like have
boom, that's what you just do like a
no, that situation I think that's okay.
But so what I did was I ended up we pulled out, it was after a meeting or something. My boss is out here on the right. I'm in the inside lane. Instead of pulling up even, I just like I kind of I hang right off the back quarter panel right there, and I'm just right there. They can't see me, and then we pull up to the light. I kind of gauge which line's a little shorter. Like, can I get up ahead? Do I got to hang back? Do I maybe get over? And then I passed them.
Yeah,
later.
I'd do that.
But when you pass them, do you acknowledge them right there?
No. You're just driving.
You're locked in. Are you lasered? Are you lasered?
Usually I'm just lasered. I'm not gonna look.
And you're just
if it's someone that I don't really like.
Internally you're acknowledging that he's over there, and you're not gonna look over.
Obviously, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess in that situation, I definitely, if I really didn't want to, but I think if you're side by side passing this person and you obviously grab your phone,
you'd have to get right. You'd have to get like right here, and then like, okay, I'm gonna pass, and then do a phone pickup and then pass.
But if you like,
like, I feel like I run into all these awkward social situations.
I say.
And then like with the walking with somebody after you say bye, like I did that with somebody I work with, who I'm friends with, and he was like, he didn't know what vehicle I drove. He'd never seen my vehicle before, so he's like, "Why are you?" He was confused. He just like and we had parked right next to each other, but he didn't know what my vehicle was.
Yeah.
So he didn't know I was parked right next to him. So I was walking up like, and he had backed in, and then I had pulled in. So we got to walk in between the same cars, and so I'm like we're both walking in between our vehicles at the same time, and he's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm parked right here." He's like, "Oh, I didn't know that was your car." Like, so weird. I'm just like, I'm standing in front of his car, like waiting for him to get in, so I can walk by and get in my truck. And he's just like, "What are you doing?" I was like, dude, this is like the most awkward situation I've ever been in my life.
That's funny.
Yeah, like I just, dude, that shit just happens.
That's so awkward.
That shit just happens to me. And I even think that was even like right after I acknowledged like we're walking the same way. This is awkward.
No, yeah.
And then it was kind of
another W wham.
And it was kind of like a longer walk, and I was just like, and then so we didn't. After I said, "Oh man, this is awkward,"
yeah,
nobody really said anything.
Give me a second.
Like it got a chuckle, and then nobody really said anything, and then it was like kind of a longer walk. So like halfway through the walk, I was just like, "Man, this is pretty awkward." Yeah. I was like, "This is a really long walk. We're just gonna walk in silence." Like, and then we got up there, and he's just like, "What are you doing?" Oh man, that's a good way to end
Speaking about awkward thing that happened one time. I don't know what is more awkward, but we'll gauge it. In college, community bathrooms, so community showers, but they're blocked off, right?
I didn't have to deal with that.
So so I was showering on one end, my buddy's showering on the other end. We're talking, have a good conversation, dry off, walk out together. Or like I went to I was first, so he was still drying off. Went to brush my teeth,
Just
or
a
wash
towel,
my hands
right?
or whatever.
Just a towel?
Yeah. And then so I needed to use the restroom. So I went and used the restroom, and I was doing number 2. I'm not number 2. And so I sit down and I'm doing my thing. Someone walks in beside this next stall beside me, and I was still having a conversation. I didn't know he left.
Wait, so you guys were talking to each other because you were the only two in there?
Yes, I thought we were the only two in there.
Yeah.
And I guess he left.
Just while you were talking to him.
While we were talking to him, I guess like the conversation like kind of ended, but kind of like didn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I was sitting there. Someone walks in beside me. I think it's him.
Yeah.
And so like we always fuck around with each other, right?
No.
Go down a little bit, tickle his foot, like. He was an RA of the hallway. He's like, "Hey, bro, I think you left the bathroom." Like, oh shit, my bad. So what's more awkward?
That is 1,000 times more awkward. Oh my god! On the shoe. What was it? Barefoot. He was barefoot. Don't tell me the guy was barefoot.
He had socks on.
Okay. Oh god. Oh, what do you? Oh.
That was pretty awkward.
Oh my god! I wish he was barefoot. Usually, oh.
You call that?
That's way more awkward.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, Calvin is like the master of awkward situations. I bet he could fill a whole episode with that shit. He's so good at it, just being so awkward. Oh man, I have had somebody like I was pooping at a Whataburger, and I didn't get the door locked, I guess.
Oh, no.
And he just opened the door. I'm just sitting there, and I was just like, and he opened the door, and he just looks at me, and he's like, "Oh shit!" And I was like, "My bad," and then just closed the door.
I've had multiple situations where like I've just like walked in on someone like, "Oh, sorry."
Yeah, like in like especially in like
Dude, he farts a lot, bro.
Especially in like the one-person bathrooms if they don't get the door locked. That's a nightmare.
Forget it. Firehouse subs. I walked into someone pooping.
I love a firehouse sub.
There's a sign on the door saying this door doesn't lock. Knock before you go in. I just fucking busted. Someone poops like, "Oh, dude, what the fuck?" Oh, my bad.
Oh man.
Anyways.
Okay, that's a good way to end. That was a good pod. Good pod, Daisy. Good pod.